So last Friday, the Trump administration reversed an original rejection of wildfire relief funds. Given that the SCU lightning complex fire burned into the southern part of your district, what specifically are you working on in terms of relief for your constituents and for the state of California?
Thanks, Kate. And I toured just a couple of weeks ago, thousands of acres that were burned. And you may not believe this, but in Alameda County, particularly southern Alameda County, we have a lot of cattle ranchers. And for cattle ranchers, this meant that they lost areas where their cattle would graze. And to them, that's going to be very costly. They're going to have to haul in hay, bales of hay, into very inaccessible areas that'll be quite a cost to them. So I sent a letter to FEMA and the governor on this. And I asked Ro Khanna, my neighbor in Fremont, that Alameda County would be designated in the special relief that we need. Ro Khanna he and I sent a letter both to FEMA and Governor Newsom's Secretary of Emergency Operations, because Alameda County has not been included in the emergency declaration to receive relief, and there is significant loss there. So we're working to get that. I was glad that the governor was able to get funding last week after the president had initially said that he would not.
As fires in California continue to become larger, more frequent, and displace more people, what do you think should be done to prevent fires from becoming so destructive? And what specific policies and legislation do you think would accomplish that?
Well, thank you for the question. First, having universal acceptance among our leaders that climate chaos is happening, and that we as humans bear responsibility to do something about it. In the last 4 years, we've seen unseasonable winds, high temperatures, and certainly dry areas where brush is being blown into these transmission lines, particularly in Northern California, which are causing these fires. Also, by the way, of course, we have seen unprecedented numbers of lightning strikes. So what we emit into the air, certainly our scientists are telling us is contributing to changes in climate. That's a long-term issue. We're not going to stop that from happening next year or the year after. But if we want our children to be able to, enjoy a California free from fires, we're going to have to address that. Immediately, though, I believe in COVID reform packages, recovery packages, there's an opportunity to invest in infrastructure, put people back to work, and continue to cap the transmission lines or put them underground. And that would be an infrastructure job that would also reduce the number of wildfires. But this is also just a giant logistical challenge as it relates to our utilities and the brush that's hitting their lines. There's forest maintenance, and the president talks about, he says, California, rake your leaves. Essentially, Mr. President, rake our leaves, because 58% of California's forests are in federal land. I believe under 10% is state land. The rest is either county, local, public easements, or private land. So, but the majority is federal land. And if the president is concerned that we need to have better forest management, we would welcome federal resources in California to do that.